Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar about the Selectiva 4.0. My name is Samuel Basic. I'm a trainer at Fronius in the division Solar and Energy. And today I would like to give you an insight in our world of charging technologies. So here is a short overview what we will go through today. First, we will start with a short introduction into the intralogistics. After that, we will take a closer look at our chargers and their most important technical details. Next, we will talk about different battery types that we can charge with our devices. I will also show you the most important charging curves. And finally, we will take a look at our functions and options. So let's start with the intralogistic. The intralogistic manages the internal material and good flows from good received to production and shipping. So the main tasks are the internal transport, storage, and order picking to secure the material flow and handling and the intelligent control. In the intralogistic, a wide variation of forklift pallet tracks and AGVs are used. AGV stands for Autonomous Guided Vehicles. All of these tasks depends heavily on reliable, well-managed energy supplies, and that's where our Selectiva chargers come in. What many don't see, the intralogistic is a massive energy consumer. In a logistics center, the energy consumption of the forklift fleet can make up to 1/3 of the whole company's energy consumption. For example, a single 80-volt forklift uses around 8,000 to 10,000 kilowatt hours energy per year. A typical household, in comparison in Austria, only use 4,000 to 5,000 kilowatts energy annually. That means one forklift consumes as much energy as 2 households. And companies often have more than one forklift or pallet track in use. Before we dive deeper into our solutions, let's talk about the challenges that many companies face when it comes to battery charging. One major issue is sulfatation in lead-acid batteries, a chemical process where sulfide crystals form on the battery plates, reducing capacity and efficiency. If not addressed, sulfatation can permanently damage the battery. Temperature also plays a certain role. Batteries should not be charged at extreme high or low temperatures, as this shortens their lifespan. In fact, charging generates heat, which must be monitored to avoid overheating. Safety is another key factor. Lead-acid batteries emit hydrogen gas during charging, which is highly flammable and require proper ventilation. And there's the cost factor. Batteries are expensive assets, and poor charging practice reduces their lifespan, leading to higher replacement costs. Flexibility is also important. The ability to charge different battery types with a single system saves time, space, and money. And finally, sustainability is increasingly becoming a priority. With stricter environmental regulations and corporate carbon reduction goals, smart charging infrastructure help companies to become more energy efficient and environmentally responsible. So let's switch to our Selectiva 4.0 chargers. We will start with the product name logic. The name Selectiva tells us right away this device is for traction batteries. After the name, you will see 4 digits that give you the technical specs. The first digit shows the charging voltage. The last 3 digits show the maximum charging current. For example, a Selectiva 2040 model means is a 24-volt battery with a maximum of 40 amps. You can find this info along with the serial number on the label on the top of the device. This is a very simple system once you know the code. Let's take a better look to our product portfolio. First, there are 2 different device types. We have first the single-phase charger with an AC input of 230 volt and the grid tolerance of plus minus 15%. And then we have the three-phase charger with an AC input of 400 volts and a grid tolerance of 10 to plus 10 minus 30%. So our chargers can be used in unstable environments where the grid is not as good. Then we have the technical data. Now, our product range covers voltages from 24 to 80 volt, currents from 40 to 370 amps, and supports power classes from 2 to 30 kilowatts. Now let's look at the smart and consistent design of our chargers. From the B1 housing to the larger G1 housing, all models follows the same design concept. The AC input is always on the left and the DC output is always on the right. A key feature of the Selectiva product line is this 24 different charging characteristics, allowing optimal adaptation to different battery technologies and conditions. The operating temperature of our chargers are from minus 20 to plus 40 degrees, and they are designed for the indoor usage. So now let's switch to our next topic. Which battery types can we charge with our chargers? Lead acid. First, we have the lead acid battery. Lead acid batteries are widely used in the automotive, logistic, wholesale, and retail and in heavy-duty industries such as forestry, metal, or paper production. The main advantage are that they're well-known, robust, and long-lasting as long as they are charged properly. Next, we have the gel battery. In these batteries, the electrolyte is bounded in a gel instead of being a liquid, as in conventional lead acid batteries. Because of this design, they don't release any dangerous gas during charging and can even be installed in an angel without leaking. Gel batteries are commonly used in the food or pharma industry because no harmful substance can leak out. Next, we have the nickel cadmium and lead crystal batteries. They are mainly used in the cold storage applications, but they are a niche product. And for all these different battery types, you need the right charging curves. This brings us to our next topic. We will take a closer look at the different charging curves. Each battery type requires its own specific charging characteristics. By understanding these curves, we can ensure optimal charging performance and achieve maximum battery lifespan. Here's a short overview of some of our charging characteristics. For example, we have all standard charging characteristics like the EUV charging characteristics, which is for flooded and gel batteries. We have also the fermentation charging characteristics, which is for initial charge of batteries. And now we will take a look at the most important charging characteristics we are offering. We will start with the RI charging process. The RI charging process is measuring the internal resistance of the battery, and which provides us information about the state of charge, the age, and the overall condition of the battery. Based on this data, the charger automatically creates a custom charging curve. This prevents overheating, minimizes unnecessary heat generations, and ensure a high efficient and battery-friendly charging process. Our active inverter technology is much more efficient than standard high-frequency chargers. While others only reach 68% total efficiency, we reach 84%. That is 16% points difference. This means you lose less energy as heat and get more power into your battery. This brings us also to our next topic, the TCO. TCO stands for total cost of ownership. This means we consider the total cost over the product's entire life, not just the purchase price. Most people only see the upfront price above the waterline, but the real costs are hidden below. On the left, a standard charger looks cheaper, but it leads to higher energy losses and shorter battery life. In the end, these hidden operation expenses quickly overweight the initial savings. On the right, the Fronius Selectiva 4.0 has a higher initial cost, but is significantly reduced the expenses beneath the surface throughout better efficiency and longer battery service life. Next, we will take a better look at the power charging option. The goal of the power charging option is to put as much energy as possible in a short period of time into the battery. Well, this function enables opportunity charge, a method where the battery is charged in a short interval, such as during breaks or shift changes. With power charging, the charger delivers high currents to reach the battery more quickly without waiting for the full cycle. This is ideal for operations with high equipment utilization and multiple shift systems where time is limited and maximum uptime is essential. It supports more flexibility in energy use and helps companies avoiding having to invest in spare batteries. So let's take a look at the example I have prepared for you. What we can see here is a battery over the time of 2 shifts. In the y-axis we have the capacity, and on the x-axis we have the time. The time is split into shifts from 6 to 14 o'clock and from 14 o'clock to 22 o'clock. As we see, a normal battery has around 750 ampere hours capacity. At the end of the first shift, we are around to 200 ampere hours capacity left, and the battery should be charged, because if we discharge the battery even more, the battery reaches the critical dip of this charge, and then the battery needs a special charging characteristic to be charged, which we want to avoid. Let's take a look at our next example where we use power charging with the same battery and same conditions. Now we do opportunity charge in the breaks and the shift changes. As we can see, we start again with a capacity of 750 volts at the beginning of the shift at 6 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we make a break and charge and do an opportunity charge to restore capacity in the battery. And this brings us to the end of the shift where we can charge the battery again. At the beginning of the second shift, the battery has a remaining capacity of 575 ampere hours. And we will do the same in the second shift. At 18 o'clock, we have a break and do an opportunity charge to recharge the battery again. Then we have 500 ampere hours left, which bring us to the remaining day, or the remaining shift. And at the end of the shift, the battery can now be charged gently overnight. And what happens if the battery reach the depth of discharge line where it's under 20% rest capacity? Then you need a deep discharge curve. This is a special developed charging curve designed for batteries that have been discharged far below their normal threshold. A deep discharge occurs by 20% rest capacity, and the batteries are often heavily sulfated. Conventional chargers are usually unable to charge them anymore. Thanks to the deep discharge characteristic, even heavily discharged batteries can be revived again. Deep discharge are stressful for batteries and can cause sulfatation and permanent damage. Our deep discharge mode gently revives the battery with a lower starting current and carefully controlled charging profile. This process also helps desulfate the battery plates efficiently, extending battery life and preventing unnecessary replacement. It's an important feature for fleets where occasional deep discharge cannot be avoided. So let's switch to the functions. I have prepared a short overview of the most important functions we are offering our customers. Functions are always included in the charger and don't need to be purchased separately. We have the dealer text, the opportunity chart, or the user interface is also available in 11 different languages. And now we will take a look at the most important functions we are offering. First, we have the automatic battery voltage detection, which allows one charger to handle different battery voltages. In a mixed battery pool, this means there's no need to assign specific charges to specific batteries. The charger automatically detects the connected battery voltage and adjusts the charging process accordingly. This makes options much easier and ensure that one single charger can safely and efficiently charge different batteries within the fleet. And also you can use an 80-volt charger to charge 24 or 84-volt batteries. This gave us the maximum flexibility. So let's move on to the next feature. The visualization of the coolest battery function helps identify which battery have cooled down enough after charging. It clearly shows when a battery is ready to use again. With an optional temperature sensor, the system can provide even more precise monitoring, helping to extend battery life and ensure that each battery is ready when needed. We have 4 different modes that can be shown. First, we have green for fully charged, orange for charging, red for an error, and blue for fully charged and cooled down, because you really want to use a battery when the battery is fully charged and cooled down. Next, we have the calendar function. Because energy prices vary throughout the day, the calendar function lets you schedule charging periods precisely. So you can take advantage of lower tariffs at night. You can define specific time windows for charging and design different charging characteristics to optimize battery performance. It is also possible to block certain periods, such as high tariff hours, where charging should be avoided. This provides maximum flexibility and allows you to tailor the charging process to your operational needs. Next, we have the No Monday effect. Some customers notice that after a weekend or a long shutdown, their batteries don't last throughout the next shift. The No Monday effect function solves this problem by allowing you to schedule a full charge at a specific time. For example, on Monday at 2 a.m. This ensures that all batteries are fully charged and ready at the start of the shift, providing maximum capacity and reliable operation right from the beginning. Fronius chargers remain up to date throughout regular software updates. New functions and improvements can be installed easily via USB. This ensures that the charger always operates with the latest technology, maximum efficiency, reliability, and safety in the daily use. You can visualize complete charging cycles, detect potential errors, and easily identify opportunities to optimize your charging process. This helps improve battery performance and extend the service life of your fleet's batteries. So let's switch to the options. Options need to be purchased separately. So I have also prepared an overview of our options. We have the edge protection, wall brackets, carrying strap, and carrying bar. Our chargers have a normal IP protection depending on the power class from IP20 to 21, but they can't be upgraded to an IP protection of IP23. We have an air filter, a remote display, collective errors, and air pulse. And now we will also take a look at the most important features, options. We will start with the cold logistic options. Imagine a cold storage application where the battery gets very cold. Battery should ideally be charged to room temperature around 25 degrees. With cold logistic, we can control the energy input into the battery by supplying extra energy until it reached the ideal temperature. Next, we have the external start-stop. The external start-stop function provides maximum safety during charging. This is especially important for lead-acid batteries and in industrial environments where chargers are frequently connected and disconnected. Normally, charging must be stopped manually before unplugging the battery. If not, dangerous electric arcs can occur and, in the worst case, even ignite explosive gas. The external start-stop feature automatically interrupts the current flow as soon as the battery plug is disconnected. This prevents arcing, protects both the operator and the equipment, and ensures safe and reliable handling during every charging process. Next, we have the LED stripes and charging status indicator. This LED stripe can be seen here, and it also shows us four different modes: green for fully charged, yellow for charging, red for an arrow, and blue for fully charged and cooled down. Then we have the temperature controlled charging. High or low temperatures can significantly reduce battery life. With temperature controlled charging, the charging voltage and therefore the charging power is automatically adjusted to the battery temperatures. This helps protect the battery and significantly extends its service life. And the last option is the warranty extension. By registering to our website, the 2-year warranty can easily be extended to 5 years. If you want to contact us, you can find more information on www.fronius.com. Thank you for your attention, and you can now ask questions if you have any. So there are no questions left. So thank you for joining our webinar. I hope you enjoy it. I wish you a good day and goodbye.